Welcome to the Oshkosh Area School District Elementary Gradebook Setup for the 2015-2016 school year. Elementary grading, reporting, and record keeping is in Infinite Campus. The Infinite Campus Gradebook is an updated tool to help professional educators grade, report, and record keep. It is a critical tool for keeping all of our student information and data in, as well as communicating with parents and families through the parent portal. Keep in mind that no gradebook tool is perfect, but the way that we have set up the elementary gradebook in Infinite Campus aligns to our standards-based learning philosophy, where our standards are our learning targets or our goals that we are reporting to and giving students feedback to. The Infinite Campus Gradebook has been revised and enhanced since last spring. We are looking to provide a better user experience for our teachers, students, and families. This includes streamlining the terms. Within Infinite Campus, we are down to just Semester 1 grading term and Semester 2 grading term. Elementary teachers will only be posting report cards in January and in June. This cleans up the view for the teacher and also cleans up the view for our parents and families in Infinite Campus. The other feature is that there is no more living in term 2 or living in term 4, etc. What the dates and the terms, the grading periods all align, so there is no trying to keep track of where you are supposed to be in your gradebook. In addition to that, the header and column rows have been frozen when you are entering in an assignment, so you will not be losing track of where you're entering data with the new enhanced features. So let's get started. Let's set up your gradebook. First off, you are going to go into campus instruction. Make sure you are in your school and in the correct calendar. You can see that in the upper right-hand corner. This is especially true for traveling teachers, such as our elementary specialists in art, math, and music, and PE. Step 2, you're going to go to the gradebook folder on the left-hand side. So go ahead and click on that. Once you've clicked on the gradebook, it will open up, and you will see in the upper left-hand corner is first your term. You're going to choose Semester 1 for your term, and then your course, which for our classroom teachers would be literacy, math, life and career skills, science, social studies, etc. And you're also going to choose if you are a music, elementary art, or PE teacher. You may also be choosing the section that you are setting up. Click on the settings piece with the triangle in blue to expand the settings, and click on the settings again to collapse. So now click on the settings because we're going to set up your gradebook, and we need to do the following. We need to set up categories and grade calc options. If you don't set up the categories and grade calc options, your gradebook will not function the way it was designed. So let's start with categories. Click on the categories. And when you do, at this point in time, you probably haven't set up any categories, so you will see a blank category list. The two categories that we're going to set up for elementary are summative and formative. Summative, the points or the scores are going to count towards the grade that will be reported on the report card, or the score, that's going to be on the report card. And formative is a way that you can keep track of assignments or scores or monitor progress without it rolling into the report card. So let's get started and click Add. There are 4 things that you need to do in order to set up the first part of your categories. And the first thing is you need to give it a name. So we're going to start with summative. The weight, since summative is going to count the scores onto the report card, it will be 100. Leave the sequence number alone. And then you're going to come over to the right and you're going to click the term box. This will activate the setup for Semester 1 and for Semester 2. Now you're going to scroll down the screen to select the standards for this category. So you are going to click the box to select all, and then you're going to go down the standards list and uncheck each strand for the report card. So in literacy, you're going to uncheck reading, writing, speaking, and listening. In math, you'll uncheck the strands such as mathematical practice, numbers and operations, etc. By doing this, this will keep you from scoring to the strand, because remember the strand is what is reported on the report card, and the standards roll, all the scores roll into that strand. So once you're done, then you're going to hit Save and Close, and you're going to repeat to add a formative category. But with the formative category, the weight is going to be 0. You're going to click Exclude from Calculation, because remember, the formative category is just to help you keep track of learning progress. And then you're going to click on the standards like you did before. Do not forget to uncheck the strands, hit Save, and then hit Close. You've now set up your categories. The next step is to set up your grade calc options. So go back into Settings and click Grade Calc Options. The first time that you set up grade calc options, you are going to get this screen. So click Continue. Then what you're going to do is underneath Standards, under Grade Calculation, you're going to choose the grade calculation type of In Progress Grade. Then you're going to hit Grading Scale. You're going to choose Elementary Proficiency. Leave the boxes blank. That is going to auto-populate the all the way down to the bottom. And so you don't have to, you can scroll through if you like, but you don't have to. And then you're going to click Save. So now that you have your grade book set up, you can repeat that for each of your different content areas. Once again, keeping in mind that you want to uncheck the strand for that content area to make sure it rolls correctly into your report card. Well, now we're ready to create an assignment. When you create an assignment, you can do that from the gradebook, from the planner, or from the assignment overview. Listed below is a link that you can click on or you can go to for more information within Campus Community. So, creating an assignment. When you are in your gradebook, here are the 3 spots that you can access to make that assignment. First of all, you can click on the plus add button. Anytime you see the plus add button in any screen, that will take you to setting up an assignment. You can click on Settings, open up the settings, and click on Assignment List to see current assignments or to add a new assignment. Or go down the left-hand side to Assignment Overview. There is a plus add button in the Assignment Overview screen, and you can add an assignment from there. No matter where you click on to add an assignment, this page will come up, the assignment detail. You need to give the assignment a name. You need to give it an abbreviation so that it collapses and keeps your screen, basically so it keeps it within the frame of the computer screen. Then you are going to select your terms, and then you are going to assign it a date and a due date. It will auto-populate the current date, and since the first day of school is September 1st, if you're setting up your an assignment before school starts, it'll be September 1st. And then if you come over to the right a little bit, if you have set up student groups, the student groups will have a drop-down menu and you can assign to a particular group. So far we don't have any groups set up, so it says no groups. Now you're going to scroll down to the standards, and you are going to assign or align standards to this particular assignment. This time we've chosen 2 reading standards. Notice that we click the standards, our 2 categories, formative and summative. Choose which one you're going to use. Then you're going to click points. We always click points, even though we're using 4, 3, 2, 1. To get the standards to roll into the strand on the report card, we need to click points. And then your total points will always be 4. And then repeat for the rest of your standards that you are going to align to this particular assignment. And then down at the bottom there, you can click Score to go directly to the score screen, or you can save and close to come back to the assignment to score later. Your choice. So after choosing the category for the standard, remember to always choose points, your proficiency scoring, so you are going to be using the 4, 3, 2, 1, and your scale that you have chosen in grade calc options lines up to scoring to 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember to leave your multiplier just set at 1. Please stick with whole numbers, 4, 3, 2, 1. The only place that we are recommending that you score to halves would be when scoring off the Calkins rubric for writing. You may use 0.5s then, because the rubric has been calibrated and is set up to score by 0.5s. For the rest of your content areas, please use 4, 3, 2, 1. So, after you've clicked score, the screen will pop up. Remember that our header and our columns are now frozen, so as you're entering multiple standards for an assignment, you shouldn't have to lose your spot, which is great news. So go ahead and enter your scores. Notice in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on that to fill in scores and fill in comments to save you some time. In addition, you'll notice that there's a T, M, L, I, C, H, and an X. Those are flags that you can put on an assignment or for a particular student that will help you run reports or help you keep things organized within your gradebook. T stands for turned in, M stands for missing, L for late, I for incomplete, CH is for cheated, please don't use that one, and X is for exempt. If you would like to use the missing assignments report available to you, you need to click the missing flag in order for that to work. So once you've scored your students, you click Save, and it should automatically close. You'll notice that this year in Infinite Campus, a lot of the save, click, save, click, close has been reduced, and so you should be able to click Save and move on to the next part. So once you've clicked Save, it will auto-populate into your gradebook. And from here, you can look at your gradebook in a couple different ways. You can look at it by strand to see what score would be currently or in progress put out on a report card. Or you can click on a particular standard and look at how a student or your class is doing on a particular standard. So what are the next steps? We're going to continue to provide you with additional resources and help for you to access and leverage your gradebook. We'll be putting out some additional information on being able to run reports and really getting in there and using your gradebook as a tool. Now that we have 1 year under our belt, we know a whole lot more. Instruction for posting and progress reporting will be sent out as we get closer to any of those windows, so you'll be able to see a podcast or have directions to help you out with that. But one thing that we're really going to ask you to do is keep up to date with your grading. More and more, we are pushing our families to Infinite Campus, to the portal, to get up-to-date information. So keeping up with your grading helps us help you communicate with your families. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this podcast. And if you need additional help or assistance, please see your friendly Building IST. We're always happy to help you. Thank you and have a great start to your school year.